Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope, we don't have any kitties. I don't remember if I have a Super Cruise booster on this one or not. I do. Nice. Watch the temperatures. Just gotta find this guy. That's gonna be a little easier. Easier than the giant fireball behind it. Come on. Hopefully, I don't need much more to finish this station.
Phenomenal cosmic power!
Hey, Cosmic, how are you, buddy? Hope you're having a good day. Fuel scooping as I come into the construction site. Oh my god, that's how you know it's really close to a star. Fuel scoop engaged. Also, parking. $49 visits, holy crap. It don't take long to add them up, does it? Not long at all. Request docking. Alright, please don't pilot me through the middle of the station. Okay, good, they fixed it. For a while there, it was putting me through the top part of the construction site every time I'd come in the dock. It's like, we're just going to crash you through the top part. No problem. Worst valet service ever. What'd you do today, Cosmic? Need to drink more water. Been getting a lot of headaches. But my new spectacles came in today, so that should help. That should definitely help. Alright, let's transfer all of this stuff. Ta-da! And, whoop, we want to get this out of the way. And let's look at our sheet and see what we got. Okay. So we no longer need insulating membranes. 30, okay, we no longer need insulating membranes. Those are good. 8 food cartridges. Power generators, we still need 4 of those. Water purifiers, do we need any of those? We do. And 3,743 CMMs. Alright. We're good. Let's set a... Whoopsie, wrong way. Let's set a course. HIP 90578. Boom. Plot route, 7 jumps. Awesome. Should be there and be loaded up with the first batch about the time the carrier gets there. I scheduled a carrier jump already, so the carrier should get there pretty soon. I think in another 4 minutes? Or 12 minutes, sorry. Let's see. 10 minutes. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Oh, not gonna work. Alright, so it's 8:03. Really? He's played more than 49 rounds of golf since... Holy crap, dude. He's been in office like what, 100 days? So once every 2 days he hits the golf course? Alright, we're gonna get in Super Cruise first, away from this giant fireball. And then we'll hyperspace jump.
Do I really look like a guy?
Hey, Scarred, what's up?
You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it.
How you doing,
I
man?
just do things.
Hope you're doing well. Cosmic's got you beat. He's like almost 3 times your amount of visits, Scarred. That's not the button we want. That's the button we want. PSRJ. That's just going to be the neutron star. Ah, I forgot about this guy. I enjoyed your stream the other day, Scarred. Especially watching that damn it. The story about the fishing tackle guy. Bass Pro. No cats? Absolutely. You ain't a nobody till you got a cat. I didn't get my Super Cruise charge yet. Motherfucker. Now we got our Super Cruise charge. Now we're golden. And the Pyramid of Doom. You're right, with the crystal skull and everything. Oh, that's true. You do flip-flop back and forth. I forgot about that. $123 light years on one jump, dude. That's fucking awesome. We'll just go halfway there with one jump. Ka-chunk! Yeah. Sunday we were working on the floor I replaced, well, Saturday, I did some floor work. I replaced some subfloor. Like, okay, cool, we're good to go. So, Sunday morning, I got up and dropped the rest of that subfloor in place. So we could get the laminate flooring going. So, we're sitting there. We unrolled the moisture barrier all over the brand new subfloor again. And I'm starting to put the laminate flooring planks down in place and snap them into place. And Mrs. B walks over and I hear crunch. And I'm like,
thanks for the support, Claire Burr. It's appreciated.
hey, Claire Burr, how are you? Thanks for the lurk. So I hear just crunch and my heart just sinks. I'm like, no fucking way. And she looks down and her foot just went right through a soft spot. Somehow or another.
Have you seen my bare tippers?
I have seen your bare tippers. Somehow or another, through all of the repairs, I missed a section. 16 inches on center. The joists are 16 inches on center. 22 inches long. Well, the hole wasn't 22 inches long, but I happen to have a piece of plywood that was 22 inches long. So I brought that in and placed it right over the weak spot and traced that out with an oscillating saw and dropped that piece of plywood right in. So technically it was bigger than what we needed it to be, but it'll work. We probably only needed about like 14 inches. But yeah, somehow or another, 14 inches of rotten subfloor got missed. I mean, we stepped right over this thing thousands of times. I mean, literally thousands of times we stepped over this thing. It's just, what are the odds? And this thing takes forever to scoop. How many more jumps we got? 5. 5 more jumps shouldn't take too long. There we go. That's close enough. We got more skippable stars between here and there. So we still need 3,743 CMMs, 13 non-lethals, 14 water purifiers. I could only haul 628 on this, so it's going to be 6 trips. Well, once I get back to the carrier, I'll swap over to the Type 9. The T9 holds more. So it's still going to be 6 trips. But yeah, our phone changeover's done pretty well. I went by AWT today and put the new phone in place. They'll get ported tomorrow morning. And then it just leaves fire stations. Yeah, just leaves the fire stations. Do the fire stations and we're good. We'll be on the new system. Which is great. Come on. Fill that thing up. I could scoop faster if I put a bigger fuel scoop on it. I just don't want to sacrifice the cargo space. You know? I'd rather take a little longer and be able to haul more cargo. I'll see you, Scar. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. Hope work goes smooth for you. He's good peeps. Actually, I think I delivered the 13 non-lethal weapons. I'll check it when I get there. But yeah, we're almost done with the floor. We're at the point now we're just unrolling moisture barrier and putting the new laminate flooring down in the living room. In fact, I already painted some of the baseboard area. So it's got the trim down where we're going to put the big shelf. We got a giant shelf. It's about 4.5 feet long or wide and like 6 feet tall. Just full of shelves. And these DVDs and Blu-rays barely fit in there. I mean, they're just like, you slide them in, they just barely fit. So that shelf gets full of movies. We're going to put that in the foyer. So in order to put that in the foyer, it needs to be secured against the wall so it doesn't tip or fall. So in order to put that in, I had to have the laminate flooring down. Then I had to have the walls repainted where the paint got damaged, pulling the baseboard off. Then put the baseboard back down and then caulk it. Well, the caulk arrived today. So what I can do tomorrow is run a bead of caulk along the baseboards to seal that up nice and tight. And then put some white touch-up paint over the nail holes to secure the baseboard trim down. And then put that shelf back in place. A shelf can go in place, and then the rest of the foyer is ready to go. We can put the laminate flooring down, and that'll go fast. No more funky 45-degree cuts. No more bullshit like that. Just start dropping laminate flooring in place, and then build out to the hallway. Wound up using another 1 3/4 sheet to finish the living room out. So that's almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sheets of plywood for the living room and dining room area. So there's only like maybe 4x8 is 32 square feet. So there's only maybe about 60 square feet of original subfloor left. The rest of it's been replaced. So that's crazy. That's a lot of subfloor replacement. Getting pretty good at it. Better than I wanted to be, I'll put it that way. Man, it's a slow scoop on the star. Fuck. That is not what I wanted to do. That is definitely not what I wanted to do. Hit the wrong button. You're not playing SC, you're playing Elite, dippy-doo. Now, hit the right button this time, Dippy. That's the right button. Ugh. I hit the button to disengage Super Cruise, not the one for hyperspace. Oops. Oh, well. Finally, HIP 90578. Carrier should be there soon, if it hasn't been already. Yeah, carrier's probably already there. I could have just ridden the carrier over. That would have been too smart. Can't do that. I had no kitties. Alright, we'll let you scoop while we are finding our destination. There we go. This should be a short one. It's not too far from the star on this system, thankfully. One of the other systems, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was a long ways away. Well, the carrier wound up parking a long ways away, so it was this long inner system super cruise, and then come in around the moon here and land at the supply ship. Oh, new carrier names. At least people jumped out of the system. I was staring at the same carrier names for a week. Belching like crazy. Mrs. B made spaghetti squash. Oh, it was delicious. She takes a spaghetti squash, cuts it in half, a long ways, smears it, rubs it in olive oil, puts it in the oven, and bakes it to cook it. And just before it's done, she takes it back out and puts the spaghetti sauce on it and cheese, and then finishes baking it. So the spaghetti sauce bakes on top of that spaghetti squash. Oh man, it's good shit. We ate the leftovers tonight because we made that whole squash. Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. It was good. That and a salad. Nummies in my tummies. Alright, Pagan. Check what you need before you start buying. So we're going to go to here, my colonies, here. Going to go system map.
Welcome to the dark side.
Hey, Duck, what's up? Man, that's taken forever to load in. Okay, so I only need 8 food cartridges, 4 power generators, 24 water purifiers, and 3743. So I do not need the non-lethal weapons anymore. So we can put a 0 by that. Okala-dokala. Okay, so let's buy some shit. And repair. Long Monday in IT for you too, Pagan. I spent mine writing an RFQ for external DNS outage yesterday. Ooh. Sorry, dude. Yeah, it was a long Monday. Most of the phone transition's done. We've just got this major database / accounting software package that we use for work. And in order to use it, we have a VPN client on-prem that reaches out to their database servers. But the problem is that it only works on one of our internet connections. Your patronage. Hey, Alex, what's up? So if something happens to the primary internet connection and we fail over to the second, or other places around the city, if their connection fails over to the backup connection, now they're no longer able to reach into the database accounting software and use it. And I've been asking them for, I'm not exaggerating here, 4 years to whitelist the other IP addresses for the internet connections. And for 4 years, it's been ticket closed, unable to match, ticket closed, unable, ticket closed, unable. And finally, this last time, I just went off on the guy. And I'm like, this is unbelievable and stupid. You know, this is major software. It's in use by major cities around the United States. This is unacceptable. You've got to have a solution. So after 7 months on this ticket, going back and forth with this guy, he finally decides maybe it'd be a good idea to have the network engineers talk to Pagan. So we had a conversation with network engineers. The network engineer opens up the VPN Connect client, and he's like, here, this is our settings. Here's what's going on. Now, what is it you need? And I'm like, here's the situation. When we fail over, no one can get on your website. No one can access the database server. Everybody has to use a separate VPN client, standalone client. And since they don't use it often enough, they don't remember their passwords. So now, in addition to dealing with a network outage issue, well, technically not a network outage because the backup failed, kicked in. But in the middle of dealing with all this and trying to figure out why the primary internet connection went down, we're trying to help hundreds of employees reset their VPN credentials because they don't remember what the fuck it is. And then helping everyone transition to run the VPN client. I said, so in the middle of all of this, bad case scenario, usually this happens because of bad weather. So we got bad weather, internet connection gone wonky, trying to reset everybody's VPN password, get them on the VPN, and help them use the software. I said, that's not a good situation. So we're like, okay, this is what we need. So like, okay, fine, let's make this shit happen. So it was a productive phone call, but it was a phone call that we should have had 4 years ago. 4 years ago, they should have done this. Instead of closing my tickets. Just like, what the hell? 8 food cartridges. We got those. Power generators. Where are my power generators? I need some. I need the power. Power generators, we said we needed 8 of those. Got it. We need 24 water purifiers. Purify that water, please. Where the fuck is it? There it is. 24. Do you do your own IP block? We use BG failover to keep our internal IPs. Well, I don't want to go into too much detail because working for a city government, we already have our target painted on our backs as it is. But we have redundant connections in multiple locations in the city, and it's set up so that if this connection throws too many errors or the connection drops, that the high availability kicks over and uses a secondary connection or a tertiary connection. And that's great. That's awesome. Except that they're in different buildings and they have different IP addresses. And our database accounting software people just like, I don't know what subnet to put in there to make this work. And I'm like, look at this IP address. Look at this IP address. Use your freaking subnet calculator and figure out what you need to put in there. I mean, there are literally websites that will calculate this shit for you. It ain't like the 90s where you're sitting there with a hexadecimal calculator going, what should this be? It's just frustrating because they don't listen. They just want to close the ticket. But we should be good. I mean, I got on the line and talked to one of their network engineers. It's the same engineer that I've talked to in the past. I've had a good relationship with him in the past. It's like, Paul, it's good to hear your voice on this call. I'm like, we need to get this worked out. He's like, tell me what we need to do. This is good. You worked for county government for a decade, assistant mental. Yep. So you understand then. You understand completely. Gotcha. Yeah. Caution is needed. I mean, most businesses that depend on data already have a target placed on them, but when you work in government, you've got multiple targets placed on you. Now you've got, oh, this person and this group and this group and this group. So yeah. So I try not to go into too much details. I try not to give specifics. It's good that you understand. Zakaria is here. Oh yeah. 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 Isn't it great when your boss changes every couple of years? Okay, Pagan. Quit your bitching and fly. Alex, it's good to see you again. Well, we just had elections for that city. So we'll have the commissioner change over here soon in another meeting or two. So that changeover will happen. The commission meeting isn't for 2 weeks, but we got a workshop that I have to stream tomorrow night. So it's going to be a couple hours after our workday ends that we got this live stream going for the city. So it'll be a late night tomorrow. I told Mrs. B, I'm like, hey, it's going to be a late night. She's like, really? I'm like, yep. And I want to be clear, it isn't that she minds on I work late. It's just right now we're trying to get this floor finished because my daughter comes down in like a week and a half. So I'm just like, I want to get this done. I want to get everything done. Because my daughter's going to be here. But yeah, it'll be worth it to get to see my girl again. And I found out that my son and my daughter-in-law and my grands and my great-grand are going to move back to the area here in about a month and a half. So that's good news. It's awesome. After the hurricane, Mrs. B and I had to live in a camper for almost a year. It was about a year. While they demolished and repaired the house. And then after the house got finished, we discussed what we were going to do with the camper because we drive a Kia Soul. You're not towing a camper with that fucker. Oh, yes. Hell yes, I'm going to have a great time knowing they're close. Used to hate the county planning commission meetings in 3 different weeks of the month. Yep. Absolutely, fupped. Absolutely. It's usually twice a month for us, but if they have a workshop, then we have to live stream those. And then on the Fridays prior to the commission meetings, they have a workshop they do in the mornings, and we have to record that and then upload that to YouTube. So yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited to see the kids. Anyway, we were living in the camper. And after we moved back into the house, we kind of like debated what are we going to do with this camper? Because I mean, let's be honest, we'd love to be able to tow it around and camp at some point in the future, but like, drive a Kia Soul. That thing's not towing a 7,000, 8,000 pound camper anywhere. So like, well, let's just hold on to it. Maybe the kids can use it, you know, because the kids had moved out of the area. They moved about 6 hours away after the hurricane. So we've been paying monthly rent on RV storage for like 6 years, you know, and several times we've been like, do we really want to keep doing this? And we're like, well, let's just give it a little longer and see. And then I got a message from my daughter-in-law. And she's like, hey, is the camper still available? And we're like, fuck yes. We've been paying rent on this thing for 6 years, so it would be available for you guys. Nice. Okay. So now, whoops, we need to get back over there. I didn't actually want to do that, but that's fine. I want to change over to Type 9. I want to change to the Type 9! It hauls about another 120, 130 more than this thing does. And that adds up when you got to haul 3,000 tons. Might be one last trip, actually, to haul it with the Type 9 than it would be with the cutter. Let's see, 3743 at 600, that's 7 trips. 3743 at 750 per trip, that's 5 trips. So yeah, it's one less trip to use the Type 9. So we'll do that. We get the same fight going on right now. Do we leave our camper in our garage and pay money for storage so we can actually use the garage how it was intended? Yeah. Right? Well, in the city where I live, not the city where I work, but the city where I live, there's ordinances against parking boats, campers, and RVs in the front or side yard. They have to be in the backyard, and they have to be obscured by a 8-foot fence. Here's the problem. Between the gutter of my house and the neighbor's house is 12 feet. And the fence is in the middle. So yeah, you ain't pulling an RV through there. Not happening. Yeah, so we've been paying storage rental on this thing for 6 years. I mean, we're glad we had it. And it was nice to have it when we needed it. But now that we no longer need it, we're like, yes! It's less money per month we have to pay for RV storage. I mean, otherwise we could have parked it in the driveway. We've got a driveway that's a lot like a lowercase h. It's a circular driveway, and then off to one side, there's like this little leg that pulls up. So there's plenty of room to park it. You know, it sat in the driveway for a year. There's enough room in the driveway to back that camper and park it, you know, that far away from the house, and still be able to pull a car in the circular drive and park one at the end of the camper. So there's plenty of room. It's just it's an ordinance thing. Yep. That's exactly right. I already talked to them. They have a place to put it already. I says, listen, you need to get someone to move this camper for you. I don't have a truck to move it. So you need to rent a truck or pay somebody or whatever you need to do to get this camper moved out there to where you want to store it. And here's what you need to do to hook it up. I'll be happy to help you with that, son, but this is what you need to do. So yeah, I'm just glad we had it. So they can use that and get settled into the area. It'll be good. It's not a standard RV camper. This is a camper that was designed for disaster relief. So, you know, it's not like your coachman or whatever it is that is out there these days. It's designed to be plumbed up to septic. I mean, it does have a standard freshwater fitting in, you know, so like shore, it hooks up to shore power. And it hooks up to like your standard garden hose size freshwater fitting. But it doesn't have gray water or black water storage on it. It's designed to be plumbed in. I mean, you can convert it. In fact, I have the tank. I have the storage tank that can be installed on it to provide gray water and black water storage. That's not an issue. But in order to do that, you have to have the camper out, you know, and then get underneath it and install the tank and get all that plumbed in. Which is doable, but not while it sits in storage. Is it beefier, better built than typical consumer campers? It's beefier built than the ones these days. It's one of those that FEMA contracted to have built out a long, long time ago. It's 27 long and like 10 or 12 wide. It's a big fucker. There's enough room in it to put a standard size fridge. I mean, now I framed up and built. Hey, Bendy, what's up? I built out a pantry to go above a small RV fridge that we had bought to put in it. So we'd put that fridge in there, and then I'd built a pantry to go above that and go up. Yeah, pretty much a mobile home, fucked. Pretty much. It's a big one. Like I said, it lacks fresh water, gray water.
Long months of subscribing Binder Ovar.
Hey, thanks, Bendy. I appreciate the sub, buddy. Yeah, so it's... I mean, we lived out of it for a year. So it'd be perfect for them. It's got the master bedroom, and then there's a bed in the front part, and then the table area can convert into a bed. And then past the dining table area, there's 2 bunks on one side that you can sleep, whole twin-size beds, stacked bunk beds, and then like the bathrooms on the other side. So like if you're walking from the front of the camper in, you got the master bedroom behind you, and then you step into the living room, and then there's the dining room area, and then past the dining room there's the bunks on what would be the port side, and then the bathrooms on the starboard side. Pagan, what are you buying? You are buying some. You're buying some. Where are the cinnamons? Oh, did it not transfer? Oh, you're fucking kidding me, right? Oh, how do you fix the cargo transfer bug? Oh, how do you do that? Someone said you exit the main menu and come back and it fixes it. This is a wasted trip. I never transferred cargo. A wasted trip, Pagan. What the fuck? I flew all the way back to the carrier and never unloaded. Dumb, dumb, dumb. You are so dumb. Yes, you are. You are so dumb. So let's fly back out there again. What a dipshit thing to do. I swapped ships and forgot that this is elite and cargo transfers with the player, not the ship. In elite, your cargo doesn't transfer to a different... Well, it transfers to the whatever ship you're in. It doesn't stay on the ship where you can just park it and leave it. And I forgot that. Dippy? Dippy doo? So you just wasted a trip, Pagan. Not even that well, fupped. You can crew up, and there are some benefits to crewing up. You know, like well, there's 2 levels of multiplaying. Okay, we'll just say that I'm loaded in and playing on my client, flying my ship, and you're loaded in on your client flying your ship. There are missions and stuff that we can do together, and it will share benefits betwixt them. Or you can crew where, like, we'll just say, like, you jump into my ship and man one of the turrets. You know, there's like a couple of, like, turreted weapons on the ship or something like that. You've got very limited activities that you can do on board my ship as a member of my crew. I mean, those of us who play Star Citizen, criticize it and say the multiplayer, multi-crew option in Star Citizen is bullshit. Well, at least you can do stuff in Star Citizen. In Elite, you're, like, stuck waiting for something to happen. It's like, oh, I'm in this turret weapon that shoots, that's a multi-cannon. Please let someone interdict us so I can do something. That's about it. At least in Star Citizen, if you're multi-crew, like, hey, I can jump out of the crew seat. I can go to the back of the ship and do something, or whatever. It's even worse in Elite. I don't mind multi-crew in Star Citizen. I really like it. To be honest with you, I'm happy in a turret. I'll let somebody else fly. So, I mean, I'm good letting somebody else fly the ship and me just jumping in a turret. That is not a problem for me. But Ron and I tried it years ago. I went out and I think we were doing some mining or cargo hauling. Yeah, cargo hauling. And then he was in one of the multi-crew seats of the ship, and he had absolutely nothing to do. He just literally just sat there and watched the screen. I've never been able to get into it. Star Citizen just ruined space game. Yeah. Yeah, see, I played Star Citizen before I played Elite. So there was that comparison for me. I do think that Elite is further along in its development process and more refined, but it's not as pretty, and you're stuck in a ship. I mean, I know that there's exceptions that people are going to throw the whole Odyssey thing up in there. Yes, you can exit your ship, but you can't exit your ship wherever you want or whenever you want. You can't EVA in space. I can't just park my ship, I can't say park my ship, but let my ship coast out in space and EVA out to go look at the outside of it. That's not an option. I'm a torso in a flight chair. If you turn on head tracking or use first person, use free look, you can look behind you and you see all this cool stuff that's on the sides of the ship, but it might as well not even be there. Let me see if I can get this into my keybinds working. Okay, here we go. So it's like, oh, here's the inside of the ship. But it might as well not even be there. Because you're not doing anything with it. You know, some have like a little coffee maker or a fire extinguisher or something there to the side. But I mean, that's literally all that you're doing. Okay, now I know I transferred that. Okay, good. You say, don't fuck up twice. Elite's fun to play. Don't misjudge me. Elite's fun to play, but you just have to realize that it's got a lot of exploration, but there's only so far you can go with the exploration. It's like I can jump into different systems, travel to some worlds. Some of them I can land on. Others I'm just like orbiting, going, oh, this is pretty. No Man's Sky, you can fly to pretty much any planet you want and land. I mean, I don't think I've ever run across a planet that I couldn't land out. I've ran across some water worlds where landing was a bad idea, but technically you could do it if you wanted to. But the game engine supported it, I guess is the way that I should say.
You have now departed the no-fire zone. Best of luck, Commander.
Bye. I tried Eve. What I liked about Eve was the economy. That was the only thing about Eve that I liked. I hated the fact that it's like, oh, it's a space game. Not really. You know, it's not a space sim at all. You know, you don't fly your ship. You click your mouse. I hated that part of it. But I also hated that everything in E revolves around ganking. If everything in it, from what I understand of it and my experience playing Eve, everything revolves around ganking. Yes, you can do industrial play, but you're doing the industrial play because you're going to gank or you're going to be ganked. Go, baby, go. And I get that there are people who enjoy that, but there are times and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some kind of industrial play. Like tonight, I just want a haul.
It's a goddamn Leviathan!
Hey, Marcus, what's up? How you doing? There was this cool thing about Elite that I think Ron just started getting into. There's some exploration where you go find like a black hole or a portal or something, and you pass through it and you find stuff in that area. I just didn't really enjoy the... I didn't enjoy the interface at all. With, ooh, I almost missed it. With the, with Starfield, at least there was some kind of flying involved. You know, you felt like you were flying-ish. With No Man's Sky, you kind of feel like you're flying-ish. With Eve, I didn't feel like I was flying at all. Honestly, the only difference between Eve and a game like Command and Conquer was the viewpoint. It's like, okay, with Command and Conquer, it was top-down and it was tanks. With Eve, it was, you know, third person removed and ships, kinda. Wasn't my thing. Marcus, how the fuck are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Need some more videos, buddy. Gotta feed the monsters. We're hungry. Spreadsheets in space. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Incidentally, if you want Eve Light, a solo version of Eve, and still do a little bit of flying, X4. Once I got my large mining base in Eve, I was instantly killed. That ended my career in Eve once and for all. Marcus, same situation. Same situation. I was mining in Eve. I'd done some building. I'd done some you get blueprints and you build shit. It's like, cool. And one of my friends, Mayday, had gifted me a barge, a mining barge, a nice one. And I, ooh, you caught a cold? Oh, shit, dude. So I...
You never had the cheese I wanted!
Hey, Moon. So I was out there in my shiny new barge mining. And I'd done everything that I had been told to do. I mean, some of my friends are Eve veterans. They're like, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to add these groups to your contacts. Mark them as red so you know when to come in the system. Get the fuck out. So that's what I had done. I was mining in Eve. And I was watching local. And I saw one of those contacts come into the system. Not the area. The system. And I was like 8 or 9 seconds away from there at the fast travel thing that they do in Eve. So I'm like, oh shit, we got reds in the system. So I clicked and pulled all my drones in and told my ships to fly out of the area and go back to port. And I had done that. I had clicked that and was waiting for it to finish, and I was dead. So it was a quick death. And that was after getting ganked flying between systems. I died three times in the same day or the same 36-hour period, and I was like, fuck this shit, I'm done. No more for me. Pagan's done. Pagan rage quit. So I gave all my shit to... They gave it to Moon, or I gave it to Ron or somebody. I gave all my shit to them. I'm like, I'm done with this game. I'm not playing it anymore. Have fun.
Hey Marcus Who 29, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Thanks, Marcus. I ride the Elite train since the closed beta was available from Kickstarter. Nice. Yep, nothing like 40 to 50 jumps to explode and do it all again. Was it Ron Moon? Thank you. Thanks for clarification. I can't remember who it was. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I was buying a ship? Yeah, I'm buying a ship. So I had built some ships. I'd gone to one of those air systems, and you know how it has this thing. There's missions. Oh, you guys may not know. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know how new it is, but there's these air tutorial / training missions that you do, and it's like, hey, you have this blueprint. In order to progress to the next part. I know I plotted this course. In order to progress past it and get to the next part, complete your mission objective, you either need to build one of these ships or buy one of these ships and turn it into this guy. Well, I had the blueprint, so I was making those ships and then selling them in the air station. So when you got the mission, you could say, oh, hey, this guy paying Pagan is selling this ship real cheap. I'll grab it. So boom, and I was selling those. And I'd sold 5 or 6 of those. I'm like, oh cool, I can get a hauler ship. So I got a Badger or a Barrow or some shit like that. And I was literally flying that brand new ship to get it outfitted and ganked. I'm like, you fucking kidding me. I think that was Death 1 or something. So then I was like, well, let's look at the Z kill. Is it not? Fuck. Target is set, please. Right. Let's go. And I can't remember what the the middle death was. I remember the last death. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm so done with this. In the beginning of Elite Dangerous, I learned the hard way about the 3 game modes. I flew an open and didn't even know about solo. One evening I encountered 3 Russians sitting outside a station, shooting every single ship coming out and making a sport of how fast they could kill. Yeah, gankers. Fucking gankers. I logged me out some serious searching how to counter such shit. That's when I learned about solo mode. Yeah, I actually play in private mode. There's like a private instance, however they they describe it in Elite. We've got a private instance here, and PvP is not forbid in that instance. It's just it needs to be consensual. And we've had PvP in the instance. It's just, you know, it's set up that way. It's easier. Don't have to worry about it. If we get somebody new in there, they can come in. Don't have to worry about a ganker. They can fly and do the engineering stuff. Yeah. But at least there's options for that. And I am just out of it. I'm freaking tired, dude.
Proceed to your allocated pad, Commander. Docking request.
Oh, set target. I'm clicking the button to plot a route, right? Okay. Just checking to make sure. I'm like, this is... I switch between PG and solo depending on the outpost letting me dock or not with a medium ship. I think open has its place, but I also think that private and solo have their place as well. But Elite's economy is set up where it can be supported by other things besides PvP. You know, PvP isn't required for Elite's economy to exist. In Eve, it is.
Clamps engaged. What can we do for you, Commander?
You can transfer all this lovely cargo off my ship. That's what you can do. CMMs. We got our some nims. Okay. We need about 2,000 more. No, 2,300 more. Make sure we're golden. Next jump, hitch IP. Yep, we're golden.
You have lift off.
Alright, find your groove, Pagan. Find your groove. Jeez, they got no cats. They're in there hanging out with Mom. Does it look like we're gonna get 411 soon on Star Citizen? I don't think I turned my computer on at all over the weekend. It was a migraine Friday, and then Saturday I was working on the floor, and Sunday I was working on the floor. Are we still wave 4 or 5 on PTU? I'm friends with some gankers, and when I have a really good day health-wise, I think about for some organic PvP. But most of the time, my neurological disability stunts my reactions, so too slow to do anything with the commanders. Yeah. That's me and FPS. Too much of the first-person combat, or even walking around in first person, too much of that at one time, and I get barfy. My friend Murd, he had a problem with his left hand. So he flew HOTAS. Even in SC, he flew HOTAS. But he loved to just sit in either a gun turret or a mining turret and just hang out. He would have loved salvage. He would have fucking loved salvage. But that's what he loved to do. Jump into Caterpillar's turret, camp out there, and shoot fuckers all day. Jump in the mole turret, shoot rocks all day. He loved that shit. He already had a... Like I said, he had a problem with his left hand, so... I was telling, talking to Scar during a stream the other day, and he was talking about how most of the time when Bobs, like myself, get into first-person combat, they make a lot of mistakes because they're not used to playing FPS style play. So, like, they don't use things like cover, they don't check their targets, they don't clear corners, you know, stuff like that. They just, like, march right down the middle and expect to be, bulletproof. And I told him, I'm like, maybe you should do a tutorial video. You know, do it something where it's not real preachy. You know, it would be like Scarred's Guide to Combat for Bobs. You know, something like that would be... I think that'd be good. I know I'd watch it. You know, I says, I'm willing to be the Bob that you use for a bad example if you want. I mean, I'll go into a bunker with you and you can record me dying horribly over and over and be like, Pagan died because he didn't check corners. Don't be Pagan. Check your corners. I play Stealthy and Odyssey, a settlement. Yeah. Yeah, I think Scarred would like that part of it. I had fun with some of that in Starfield. It was good. Especially when you had like the upgrades on your backpack. See, you're going for some mums, Pig. I could go for some cinnamon rolls, actually. Mrs. B says she has a recipe for diabetic-friendly cinnamon rolls. I think we should convince her to make it. Okay, I'm clicking where my carrier is. I'm clicking my carrier. The route is set. I have the little route thingy. Please work. There's a commander posting on YouTube series about stealthing that's still viable today by the name Stealth Boy. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Thanks, Marcus. What do you think, Marcus? Are we going to see the Perseus this year? For those who don't know, Marcus did an awesome series of videos comparing ships to help you make the best buying decision that you could. I love the one you're talking about, the Perseus and the Polaris. Nice calm voice, good explanations. Awesome, I'll check it out. Thanks, Marcus. My glasses came today. I have to adjust them so they sit on my head right. But yeah, they're here and it's easier to see. Notice I'm not squinting to read chat tonight. Like, oh my gosh, I can read! So much better. This should help with the headaches. They were getting bad. Friday was horrible. Let me out. Come on, let me out. Supposedly there's an update coming Wednesday night to fix this. Pressure behind the ears always gives me a headache. I get migraines bad. Oh, shit. We may have just addered. Come on, load in. Alright, it's not my bandwidth. I don't have any drop frames. Thank you! That took forever. I did that one night, coming up on a neutron star.
Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, Virgin, what's up? I found Stealth Boy video after a very frustrating week. Very, very good video. Still took some practice, but easy now. Awesome. Here you go, Marcus. Somebody else likes Stealth Boy. Thanks for the comment, old Virgin. I appreciate it.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Nightbot, I have no data. Who wants to dance? Jesus. Who just blacklisted? Hold on, let's get Nightbot. Let me get landed and we'll take care of this and make sure it's not somebody posting a link. Give me a second. We'll take care of it. Let me just get docking started. Let's find out what Nightbot did. I thought I turned all that shit off, but I guess I didn't. That's on me. What the fuck, Nightbot? I didn't even think Nightbot was still in my damn chat. Yes. Let me in there, please. Chat moderation. What are we doing here? Blacklist words or phrases. Links. Link is... What the hell? Link blocking is not turned on. Why did you ban this person? Had a micro-attack hit on the couch and jumped on the shelf. Okay, why did you ban? Nightbot, what the fuck? Marcus, it did. I think it banned you. It better not have banned you. I don't know what's going on with Nightbot. Once Commander Paul Otto has taken over, you can switch out the windows. Yeah, absolutely. Well, no. Not all the time. If you're coming into one of those construction things, watch out. Because Autobot likes to put you in the middle of the fucking station. And then the ones where you're coming into a planetary landing, I had one just do some really weird shit, so you might want to watch out. No, not 100%. Most of the time, no problem. But when you're doing anything with the construction ships and the construction facilities, probably best to keep one eye on it. I found out the hard way. Okay, 2,700. Oh, nice. We only need 1,200 more. Nope, 1,500 more. 3743. I need 1,520-ish. So 2 more trips. 2 more trips! And we got what we need. It's not plotting the route. Oh, I see. I clicky, but you no clicky.
Plant release confirmed. You have liftoff.
I want to know why the fuck Nightbot... Who Nightbot banded? Blacklisted spam warning. Oh, Nightbot tried to ban Paganus Rex? My bot? What the fuck, Nightbot? That's my chatbot, you stupid thing. Oh my god. T9's a flying brick. First action I take on a new account is grind Imperial hell out to get a cutter. Yeah, I love the cutter. Love the cutter. Alright, how do you tell Nightbot to leave? There's gotta be a way to tell Nightbot to fuck off and die. I guess I just have to boot him from the channel. Yeah, I do have the cutter, but I lose like 130 cargo on it. Now, for the long distance travel, no problem. We'll have the cutter for that shit. But since I'm only jumping one system, I'm not too worried about it. You have to figure out how the hell to turn Nightbot off. I thought I'd done it before, but I guess not. He tried banning Paganus Rex. Shouldn't be able to ban Paganus Rex, actually. Haha, right? So naughty. Ew. Alright, Trailblazer Dream. Where are you at? So we need 1,500 more to get what we need for the outpost build. But I might just run one more ship worth. I love my T9 cutters, definitely better, but I still break out T9. Yeah, the T9 for me works better when volume is the most important factor. If I have to do a big load over long distances, it's the cutter, hands down. If I get an interdiction, most of the time I can boost away. If it's an NPC, I'm boosting away, no problem. But like right now, the extra 120, 130 cargo makes a big deal because I've got like 5 or 6 runs to do. So every sixth run in a cutter is one less run I'd have to make in a T9. So I'm like, it's worth the trade out. Now, if I was going from Trailblazer Dream back to my system and I had to haul like 600 cargo, fuck yeah, cutter all the way. Request docking. Request docking. Yay, it's working. 6 elite accounts, all highly specialized with a fleet carrier. One commander is the main badass commander doing all the fishy BGS work and constantly living a notoriety 10. Oh, wow, dude. I've only got like 3 accounts. You got me beat. Notoriety 10, that's like how bad people want to kill you, right? Is that what a notoriety is? Notoriety is everybody wants to kill you. There we go. I just told Nightbot to fuck off. How bad does Space Popo wants you dead? Okay, gotcha.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
We buy. We're buying more. Where are you? I always skip over them. There they are, right there.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Excellent sound. Now let's click here, scroll up, click here, and there. Yay, we got our rhythm. Here and there. I usually use Fleet Carrier for larger loads, use T9 to fill it up, jump to the system, and then use T9 empty. Yep. That's basically what I'm doing here, except that I don't have to go with a full load. I've got a station build, or an outpost build that's going on. It only needs like 3,700 CMMs and like 8 of this and 4 of that, which I didn't have available in my system yet. So I had to jump out to buy it. If it was only like 1,000 or 1,200, I would have made two cutter runs. But this is 7 or 8 cutter runs, so definitely not doing that. If I had my druthers, I'd probably just stock up on some of this stuff. Because I want to build a Coriolis, another Coriolis. And that's going to be 70,000 commodities to build it. 75,000 commodities. Not all of them are available in my system either. So once I'm done with this, I can do a mock-up and I can see how much I'm going to need and then, you know, jump the carrier out and be like, hey, we're going to put this on the carrier. I need this and this and this and this and this and get ready for our next Coriolis build. I wanted to get this one done before they do the update because they're doing an update Wednesday and I'm hoping that it fixes my system. My system's not functioning the way that I want it to. And from what I've read of the patch notes of the update that's coming Wednesday, I think it'll just about fix it.
@cat just redeemed first. Last
I'm starting to wonder if you're going to show up.
We would be
for
honored
1 point.
if you would join us.
Hey, Attack Cat, what's new? I can't believe Scarred, Bendy, and Moon didn't beat you to that. I'm really surprised. Tell them they're all fired. And the stutter is supposed to be fixed too on Wednesday. It's what they said anyway. I'm hyped for the update on Wednesday from the patch notes. Look, they're going to fix the misplacement of T2 stations that are not a primary port. Yeah, there's a lot of fixes in there for colonization, Marcus. I'm very excited to see that come through. If I thought I could do it, I would build a Coriolis. But I just don't think I have the time this week to get one crunched in there. before they do the update. Because, I mean, I'd have to grind it all day Tuesday and all day Wednesday. I just want a backup safe port for blown up vehicles. See, now that's something else I don't know. Do you always respawn at one of those detention facilities? Recently I died, but that was trying to undock from a construction station after delivering the last load. It wouldn't let go of me, and I wind up getting killed by security.
Landing complete. Clamps engaged. What can we do for you, Commander?
You could take this inventory. $29. Yep, there we go. One more run should do it. Nope. I'm going to need more than that. I need 743. So I need 743 plus another 16. 759. And we can haul 756. What the hell? We're literally going to be 3 shy. Really? 3 shy? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Is there something we can change on the no, I don't need that. Thank you. Go away. Is there something we can change on the ship to get the more room without taking shields off? Because I am not flying shieldless. Right, Eartho? Drop the shields. How you doing, Eartho? You know, I have to admit, you Eartho, every time I hear your entry sound, it makes me want to watch the movie Merlin again. It does. It makes me want to watch Merlin all over again. So I need 3 more. I'd have to drop shields. There's no other way to get it. Even with the auto dock, it's only going to give me 1 more ton. Damn it! Rah! Whatever. We'll make another trip. It's not like it's going to hurt us. Yeah, your entry song makes me want to watch Merlin all over again. Do a run in your travel ship to cover it. Oh, that's true. That's true, Ortho. One extra unit of 700 CMMs is not going to go to waste. Especially since I'm going to build more shit later. So it's just a matter of whether I buy it now or I buy it later. So it's not a big deal. It's just to be right there at it. Frustrating.
And you're clear. Best of luck, Commander.
Bye. If I hadn't have wasted that trip with the cutter, we'd be done already. Fired. You're fired. Yep. Well, I took a cutter over here from my colonized system. My colonized system, yeah. I told the carrier to jump, made one final run to the construction ship in my system, and then jumped the cutter here, like boom, 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 boom. So by the time I got here, the carrier was already here. I grabbed a load from Trailblazer Dream, flew back to the cutter, or to come back to the carrier, and jumped up to the T9 and forgot to transfer the cargo. So I still was hauling the original 628 cargo with me when I went back to Dream for the second trip. So the second trip only gained another 130 cargo. It wasn't a full run. It was like, hey, you packed on another 130 cargo. Congratulations. So if I hadn't fucked that up, I'd be done already. Yeah, it is. Oh, well. An extra 700 CMMs is not going to hurt us. A lot of the other commodities I can get in my system. It's the ceramic composites and CMMs I can't get. Computer components I used to be able to get in system, and then it stopped working. I don't know what the fuck. I don't think I'd be able to build a facility to make the CMMs in my system. I think it needs to be like an industrial thing. Doesn't it have to be industrial to make CMMs and ceramic composites? Good to know I'm not the only idiot who forgets to unload occasionally. Oh, yeah. And there's also a bug, Virgin. I don't know if you know this or not. If you're buying or selling cargo to a carrier, all those ground ports, those are all ground port refineries only. Yeah, see that's the thing. If you're buying or selling cargo to a carrier, it doesn't update the inventory. So you can buy 756 on your T9 from a carrier and fly off, and it'll say 0 units in your cargo hold unless you reopen the inventory screen on the carrier, or some people say you can exit the menu and come back and it'll update your inventory. That's what I'm hearing. So yeah, it can be frustrating as fuck. Some nums.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah, so if you're buying cargo from a carrier and you don't hear that noise, double check your shit. Exit out and go back in the commodities market so you can hear the noise. Alright, so let's jump. And while AutoDoc is doing his business, we're going to do our business. Here we go. Route set. Nice. The unupdated inventory can be used to shoo off pirates in some cases. Bug has been in the game like for... Really? That long? You exit a menu and it happens? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've tried to exit a menu fix for it. I don't remember trying an exit a menu fix. I have not yet. One of my friends, he's actually in chat now, has been telling me that I should play it. Might do it one night, you know. It doesn't look like a game that I would play a lot of, but I'd probably give it a spin. I know Moon likes it. Moon loves that game.
Morning, dickhead. Hello, moron.
Oh, is it? Oh, that makes a difference, Ron. Thanks. I appreciate that. If it's free on Game Pass, then I'll get it. I mean, I've got Game Pass still. I keep forgetting to cancel it. It's interesting, and the components wear out and you have to replace them. Ah. See? Now, I think something like that would be good for Elite and Star Citizen as well. Hey, Boo Bear. It's going all right, baby. Just ask how the stream's going. Hanging out with other nerds, talking, shooting the shit, playing stupid games. Really, Riley think you'll like Space Trucker. I'll have to give it a try. Ron says it's free on Game Pass. I'll have to install it. Give it a try one of these nights. And I still have Cottonmouth, something fierce. I don't give a shit about what your carrier respects. I own that carrier. Alright, so let's set our destination. Route is set. Nice. So... we'll check and see what we need. But we would, in theory, need to build a Coriolis. I'm not going to buy all that shit tonight. I want to get the station done. But it'd be good to know. Because it's stuff like geological equipment, you know. Well, I'm not going to need any geological equipment to build a Coriolis, but you need, like, non-lethal weapons and medical diagnostic shit. There's no cats in here. There's no reason for them to do treat. Yeah, but people don't usually do treats unless they see kitties, and there's no kitties. They're scurried themselves by not being present. That's on them. They're supposed to be the stars of the show. If they're not gonna get out here and work their little furry asses off, that's on them. $37.40. I need $37.43. Yep, 3 shy. Motherfucker. Rattle the bag, suddenly cat invasion. You know, we can actually time that shit. We won't even say it. We'll just shake the jar. A singular cat. A singular cat. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about Milky. Here we go. Here, Milky knows. Milky loves Cheez-Its. You guys know what Cheez-Its crackers are? The little square cheddar crackers? Every time Daddy eats those... Here, Milky. Every time Daddy eats those, Milky comes up and will gently take one out of my hand. She gets 3 every time I eat them. You want some more, baby? Hey, Sneaky Neeks. One more. Here, Mama. Oh, here comes Bootsy. Here comes Bootsy. You let him out of kitty jail? Oh, good. He put it on the pad. Bootsy, come on, baby. There you go. Mama, here's some for Sneaky Neeks. I heard. That's for sneakers. Here. There you go, Bootsy. Slackers. Daddy has to work, but you little fuckheads don't? Mm-mm. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Now that we have a kitty, which camera? No.
Nope.
That'll work. Oh. Really? You just gonna dip out? What the fuck, dude? At least your sister's still here. Did I transfer cargo? I did transfer cargo. I know, right? Well, we got... Hey, Milky. You guys see how fat Milky's getting? Milky's getting fat. Our cat Felix came straight out of a shelter. The old man who had him must have been bad with the humans table. Every time we eat ham or cheese, Felix gets jumpy and tries to steal from the plates. Yeah. Milky does that too. Milky and Sneakers love scrambled eggs. Now,
Nope.
most of the time when I make scrambled eggs, I make them with onion powder and garlic powder, lots of black pepper, cheddar cheese, and maybe I'll cut up some ham chunks and throw in there too, if I'm feeling it. Whenever I know that we're going to be giving it to the cats, I skip the onions and the pepper and go light on the cheese. But Sneakers and Milky love scrambled eggs. So when we make them, if I'm making them, then I'll tell Mrs. B I'm making cat-safe eggs, Sneaker eggs, so she knows, okay, the cats can have them. There's no onion, there's no garlic in them. But yeah, Felix is just like Milky. Then Milky's like, human food. I'm supposed to eat human food. So, no, you're not. Felix loves Mickey D. Frenchies and doesn't shy off to steal when I'm eating the fast food. Oh, yeah. Milky, it's like the old Life cereal commercial. That's fucking Milky. We'll turn that off until we have cats. There we go. Now we're not going to plunge into our fiery doom. We had a dog, Paylor, for years. He was a golden. And Paylor had cancer. He had terminal cancer. But one of the things that we would do for Paylor is we drive down the road to Sonic or Burger King. The girls at Sonic knew Pay. And when we would get Sonic, we'd get an extra small thing of tater tots because Pay loved his tater tots. So we'd come in there and we'd pull up and get our order and then pull ahead a little bit more with the driver's side rear window down, and they would feed Pay his tater tots. And then if we went to Burger King, we'd order our food and then we'd order an extra Whopper patty, just a patty. And if they didn't know the voice, it'd be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I just need a hamburger patty all by itself. Like, nothing else. Just throw a hamburger patty in there. So we'd pull up the window and we'd inch Pay up and they would give Pay his hamburger patty. And he knew that shit, man. If you had him in the car and you drove with the windows down past a Burger King, if the wind was blowing as such where he could smell it, oh, that dog would get, he'd come unglued. I'm getting my hamburger. Hey, Bootsy, you gonna come visit with me? Does Daddy get Bootsy love? Does Daddy get Bootsy love? You gonna come hang with me? No? You're just gonna hang out under the chair where no one can see you? Where'd you go, baby? Hi. Meow. Meow. They can't see you down there, Dippy. They can't see you. You gotta get on a kitty bed. Or a kitty chair or something. You gonna jump up? There you go. Now they can see you. See? That's how that works. Coming up. Nope. No loves. Milky's got this thing where she steals food. But she thinks she's stealing food anyway. Do we want to buy another full load of CMMs? Yeah, I think we'll buy another full load of CMMs. What are you doing? Back up. What are you doing? You're pushing shit. Back up. Back up. Get back on your kitty bed. Thank you. Let's make our path back to the carrier. Okay. And leaving the same time as the Anaconda. There we go. You gonna hang with me? Good. They needs a little company. You guys used to be my co-pilot all the time. But she's like, nope, too busy. I can't fly with today. No. You used to be my co-pilot all the time. Mm-hmm. Where's your sissy? You just gonna you gonna chill? Okay. There you go. There you go. There's your scratchings. There's your scratchings. But yeah, we're just about done with the floor. Probably work some more on it tomorrow night. Well, depending on how late I get home after this meeting is done. I'd like to work on it tomorrow night for a little bit. And then some more on Thursday night. Because Saturday, I want to get all the baseboards put back down. The baseboard trim. I want to get the walls touched up. And then the baseboard put back down. So we can start moving furniture back in place. If you look at a picture of my living room and dining room, everything is packed up in the dining room and the living room. So that we have the... Hey, Milky. So we have the floor exposed so we can work on it. So things all like crowded and smushed up, and it bugs Pagan. It bugs him. Your cat is really chill. Once Felix is... my keyboard to draw attention. I would rarely grab and put him on the floor. He'd bite me as his own vice view. Oh, wow. Jeez. No, these Boots has been in our lives since he was born. His mom was a rescue. And she got lost during the hurricane, and then we got her again and found out she was pregnant. So Boots, Milknose, Sneakers, and Maggie, they're all siblings. So we've had them since they were tiny, and they've been held since they were tiny. Mrs. B was holding them within hours of them being born. If it was a whole hour between them being born and her holding them, I'd be surprised. I really would. But when I was teaching for the International Fruit Company, Bootsy and Milky and Mags and Sneaks and all of them would jump up in my lap and snuggle in my lap. Fortunately, the students couldn't see my lap on the video camera. And then as he started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, it got to the point where instead of them being able to, 2 or 3 of them being able to crawl up in my lap and sleep with no one knowing they were there, that now suddenly I had this cat, and there's pictures of Bootsy sitting there with his head like in my elbow and his butt on my wrist. So he would literally curl up in there, and I could hold my arm. You guys can't see it, but I could hold my arm like this, and he'd be asleep right there for hours. All right, let's try something here, because I just want to see something. See what I would be dealing with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're building 8 now. Okay, so that won't be an issue. All right, if I was to start construction on another one, what would I need? I don't think it'll let me pick it yet because I haven't met the requirements. But it should tell me what I would need, right? Okay, water I can get in system, titanium in system, copper, aluminium. Food cartridges I cannot get. So food cartridges I have to buy off-site. Power generators I got to buy off-site. Purifiers I got to buy off-site. Computer components I have to buy off-site. Ceramic composites off-site. Medical diagnostic. I think I can buy those in system actually. Let's look and see. Stop! Oh, fucking Windows. Okay. Medical diagnostic I can buy in site. I can buy in system. Okay. So CMMs I would need a buttload of and need to buy them off system. Liquid oxygen I can buy in system. Non-lethal I can buy in system. Water purifiers are out of system. So I would need to make another trip and buy 1,200 ceramics. And 1,100 of these, or 11,000 of these. Yeah, it's going to have to be another full cutter load. We're not going to do this in one trip. I was hoping I could buy what I needed while I was here and have to come back, but I start building that Coriolis. We got no choice. We got absolutely no choice. Felix does it the same way, preferring my left arm. Most things I can do on a PC I can do one-handed. Yep. Yep. It's amazing how quickly you adapt. Alright, do we want to jump the carrier right next door to where we're building? I'll be honest, I don't really want to park it that close to the star. I mean, it's right there at the star. Like, hello, it's spicy. I'm just thinking it's going to be better to be somewhere else. and fly there. Can I set my carrier destination to be there? Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing about it is it's right out. This station is so close to the star that I can fuel scoop hovering outside the build station. So I'm thinking if I park the carrier there, I'm going to have to super cruise. I mean, I'm going to have to boost away from the carrier and away from the heat to get there. You see what I'm saying? Because, I mean, if you're too close, super cruising is a bad idea. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. A nearby star would work. That's true. Then I could just jump in and go. All right. Let's do here. You know, fuck it. We're going to park outside, Nigel. Park outside, Nigel. No free slots. Fuck you. How long do I jump? 15 minutes. Not too bad. And we don't have Marketplace Connector running, so it's not going to be pulling the stations. Yeah, nearby star would probably work. But if we park it near the station, then I can transfer the ships over that I need. Hey, Milky, what are you doing back there, baby? I'll have to do that later, though. Right now, we're going to be making... Oh, why don't you scroll? 5 trips? 5 trips in the Type 9 to get this done. And that station build will be complete. We'll hop out and watch the carrier jump from a window.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
That's right, it's E and Elite. It's F and Star Citizen and E here. Oh, did you guys see in the update we're supposed to be able to choose color schemes for our stations? We'll be able to pick color schemes for our stations. That'll be cool. Oh, we probably got time for this. Is it Q or Y? No, it's not Q. Is it Q now? Nope. It's not W. It's not Y. Z? Nope. T is torch. What the fuck? I just pointed with B. Okay. What's the damn keybind for the interactive menu? controls, on foot. Enable context menu on foot. Open Insight Hub. Oh, you gotta hold G. Okay, good to know. You gotta hold. How do I... I just see station interior swap to the economy type. Like the tourism stations. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, 11 minutes. We're good. I'm thinking about getting rid of the... of my Alt's fleet carrier. I just don't use it much, and it's just draining money. So what I might do is jump the Alt's fleet carrier out near one of these supply ships, load it up with what I need for that Coriolis build, and then jump it out to my home system and unload it and just let it sit there to time out, because it, if I understand it correctly, when you decommission it, all of your stuff that's stored in it goes to the closest station.
Attention. This carrier has scheduled a hyperspace jump.
10 minutes. Cool. So, I mean, if that's the case, then all of my ships that are stored in that carrier would then be stored at the station in my home system. I just need to burn out the tritium that's in it now, so a couple of jumps should do that. That might be what I wind up doing. Need to build a list. Yeah, navigation map. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, it's got like 500 gold in it and some tritium, so I can grab that with the Type 9 and sell it to my primary account's carrier to get it unloaded and moved off. So while we're waiting on the carrier to jump, let's see what it would take to build that Coriolis. I know I don't have enough points. I just want to see the commodities. Okay. So water we can get in system. Food cartridges we would need to buy off-site. So we would need food, cartridges, and we would need 242 of those. Polymers we can get on site, semis, power generators, we need those, 65 power generators. Power generators, we need 65 of those. Computer components, I don't think I can buy in system, can I? No, I can't. Maybe that'll change after Wednesday. So maybe I should wait to do this until Wednesday. Ceramics. Composites. We need, how many of those? 1207. 207. 2 ceramic composites. Liquid oxygen. We have in system insulating membrane. Insulating membranes. Can I buy those in system? I don't think I can buy insulating membranes in my system, so I need to buy those for sure. Okay, so insulating membranes. We would need 644 of those. CMMs, 1200. 11261. And then medical. I think I can buy those in system. So yeah, we're good. We can buy the medical diagnostic in system. Steel we can buy in system. Non-lethals, I believe I had to buy outside of system. Non-lethals, nope, I can buy them at 2 different stations in my system. We're good. Nice. Water purifiers. That was the other item we needed. Water purifiers we would need... Where did I see that? 105. Power generator 65, we got that noted already. Superconductors, semiconductors I can buy. Polymers I believe I can buy in system. Oh, let me see here. Polymers. Yep, polymers I can buy. It's food cartridges 242. And just to make sure we don't forget something, we'll do this. Boom and boom, power gens. Now we have pictures of all that shit. How do I exit out of this? It's not escape. Backspace? Aha! Backspace. Okay. Get to your seat, sir! E. Where is it? Fill your alt carry with hard to get goods and park your main system and use as necessary. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. There'll be some RNG for the actual numbers, but the baselines are known. Been lurking, putting finishing touches on some tuna cakes. Nice, Cosmic. Perfect. You should send a picture to Scard. Because he loves tuna. Okay. So yeah, we have a list of stuff that we would need to get. We should have the room on Creepy's carrier for that. So 11,261, 11,8, let's just say 12, 12K, 12K 340, 350, 12K 410, 12K 650, 12K 860, 13K 860. How much can Creepy's carrier hold? Creepy's carrier can hold 20,000. So, yeah, we'll be good. And some of that stuff he might have. Robotics, he's got some of already. I need to load into his account and see what he's got on board his character. 9 insulating membranes. Oh, hell, I've got insulating membranes on my damn carrier. I got 808. So how much more would I need to get? I got how much? 808? I wouldn't need to buy any. I've got those on my carrier already. So we wouldn't need to worry about insulating membranes. Good deal. Yeah. I could do it with one more carrier load from outside the system. And we'll use Creepy's carrier to do that. Then give me a chance to empty it all out. Build the Coriolis with his. And I think I've got him parked at Kalinkus or Kalikis or whatever. I think Eartho, you're the one who told me about that system. I believe that's where Creepy's parked now. The one from... let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Yes. This one? Daft Mav. There's a new version available. Woo! A new version is available. How do I get it? Make a copy of the original. Okay. Yep. Copy link. Make a copy, please. Thank you. Nice. So we'll take this one out. Here we go. They might be, but the number keeps going up. The number keeps going up. Change log. Migraine calling for the old versions you can sing and copy. Copy and paste the street. You drag and drop, select and bake. Okay, yeah, we'll look at that shit. When the carrier starts jumping, I want to go over to that screen. Your first station, while claiming it doesn't cost particularly to require more commodities, roughly 16%. Okay, settings, list. Here it is. Here's the list right here. So, orbital, Coriolis. Right there. Whoops. I think our jump's about to start. There we go. Yeah, we can look at the numbers here in just a second. I want to watch this carrier jump. I love the carrier jumps here. You guys are probably tired of them, but I love them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. And yes, it should have those numbers there to answer your question. Carrier Coriolis.
Attention, lockdown has been lifted. All services have resumed. Thank you for waiting.
Is it commodity list? Yep, there it is right there. So liquid oxygen's 3783. I didn't note that because I have it available already in my home system. Food cartridges 242. So it's only giving me the estimate. It's not giving me the final price. Because this is everything off the spreadsheet. My numbers have been going up once I start building. So yeah. We'll see how much these change. Alright, let's get the shit unloaded. Unload your shit! E. Yes. Mm-hmm. There is. And I haven't seen it happen in the last couple of station builds that I've done. But the first two, maybe three, the numbers were changing as I was building the station. Now, granted, it took me, I think it took me a week and a half, 2 weeks to build my first station because I didn't do it every day. I did it like 2 days a week, 3 days a week. But during that time, the numbers were changing because I was logging everything in my spreadsheet. And I went in there to finish it. I'm like, I'm short commodities. What the fuck? I know I noted this stuff. Okay, right here. That's where we want to go. Right there.
Landing gear retracted.
Clamp release confirmed. You have liftoff.
You have a good shower? Good deal.
Frameshift drive charging. Safety limits. Warning, temperature.
This piece fussing to the cats. What's your preferred way to make money in game? In Elite, mining and hauling. Sometimes if I get tired of that and I'm feeling a little more aggressive, I'll go to Hazraz sites and just sit there and pick off bounties. But hauling and mining are definitely my favorite ones in Elite. I wish Elite had some kind of salvage loop, but their salvage loop in Elite is, honestly, it's a joke. Oh look, the ship died. Let's deploy your little robot limpet drone thingies and collect escape pods, which serve only the purpose of a commodity in Elite Dangerous. You know, we can't roll up on a rack and take it apart and, you know, sell those components. I like what I can do in Star Citizen with a salvage, you know, with a rack. I can roll up, can scrape the skin off of it, and that's a valuable commodity. Worth about 10,000 per cubic meter. And then I can crunch the rest to salvage material and sell that for around 2,000 units or credits per cubic meter. You know, I can go in there and salvage components off of the wrecks as long as it's a smaller size ship. I can take weapons off of the ship, store them, sell them, put them on other ships. I love that part of it. I think that's a better fit. But I also understand that Elite's an older game, too. Elite was out. Elite was out and playable for years. And Star Citizen's still a alpha. Playable alpha / beta. Pick a name. But in Star Citizen, mining, salvage, and hauling are my favorites. Sometimes ship combat. I will say that that there's repair in the game in Elite Dangerous. You can use limpets to do repairs on ships, which makes sense to me. I do wish that it was something you could do in EV. Oh, see, we're going to do this little crunchy crunch thing here. This is what I was talking about with the auto dock. I do wish that we could EVA in Elite Dangerous and do repairs. Even if it was something campy like X4. Hey, Silas, what's up? But yeah, those are my favorites. You can do passenger missions are pretty good too, I guess. But passenger missions are pretty fun. They're basically just cargo, but with a different storage unit. That's all they are. System architect of our current project is wanting to build a T3 planetary port in the near term. I'm looking at those numbers on the sheet. Pain. Eartho hit me up. Let me know where they want to build it, and if you guys want a little help, I can always jump a carrier out and help haul supplies. It's past 5 a.m. at my location. I'm tired. We'll go to bed now. 07. Likewise, Marcus. Thanks for popping in and hanging out with us, man. It's good to see you. I miss watching your vids, so you guys check out Marcus. He streams on the Red Twitch. He does videos on the Red Twitch. Who do we got? We got sneakers? Here we go. 2987.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
The fuck is my... Need points of interest and fleet carriers, please. Shouldn't be too many fleet carriers in the system. There we go.
Welcome to the dark side.
Hey, Silver, what's going on? Good to see you, Silver.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, this is why I didn't want to park right near the... Oh, shit.
Taking heat damage.
We'll have to repair when we get there. That's why I didn't want to park too close to the star, because it's just so freaking hot at that station. Ship's like, damn it, I just cooled down from the last time. And you're doing this shit again? Any of you guys watch Habitual Line Crossers videos? I love the ones where he has like the planes with the personalities and the nations with the accents. Fucking love that shit. I gotta say, Buff's probably one of my favorites. Buff and the Kid are two of my favorite personalities he does. I just love that Buff is this crass, grumpy old fucker that still wants to just glass sand. Love that stuff. And then the Kid's this poor guy stuck in the hangar. He never sees any combat. Unless you count a weather balloon. But yeah, Habitual Line Crosser. If you guys ever check out his stuff, I love his little, I guess you couldn't really call them shorts because they're usually around 8 to 15 minutes long, but they're good. I mean, we've got a group of 4 to 6 we can take and work on and see if they want another to pop in. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, Eartho. Just let me know where to go and check, and I can, or send me a list of what you guys want. I usually play Elite 2 times a week. I mean, I'm willing to help out, so. Got my sneaky knees.
Our carrier respects careful pilots. What's your speed at there?
We're still in the planning stages on that. We're waiting for after the patch. Yeah, that's a smart move. That's a smart move.
Clearance granted. Move directly to your landing pad. You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax. Your docking computer is in control.
See, originally I was going, before I started building this system up, I was going to jump out and start colonizing another one. But then I'm like, why don't you just build this system up? Figure out how it all works. Get yourself a nice little alternate supply. That way you don't have to jump out in the supply ships all the time. I mean, I want another colony ship in the system so the population goes up. It's only one colony ship or colony station in here right now.
Landing successful. Clamps engaged. Welcome to
Okay, food cartridges we need. Was it emergency power cells? What did I say I needed? Power generators, that's what I need. I don't need emergency power cells. I need power generators. 8 of those. Computer components, we need any of those? We don't need any of those. So I need a 4 and 8. Food cartridges were 8. Power generators were 4. So I bought too many power generators. You fired. Okay, 24 water purifiers. Oh, please don't tell me I missed those. Okay, no I didn't. Good. And now I'll fill the rest up with the CMMMMMs. That'll make the following runs easier. Just one commodity, go. One commodity, go. One commodity, go. Wow, come on.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Good deal. Oh, I didn't repair. Oh well, we'll be fine.
Clear for launch. Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
I ain't restricting shit. Let me get this done. There we go. Yeah.
Charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's something else I need to do, is I need to go get... I need to get Super Cruise Overdrive for my other ships. My Python, my Hauler Python needs it. And there was another one that needed it. Can't remember which one it was now. It'd be good to have it on the haulers. You know? Because sometimes I'll take a Python out when I can't get a, I can't fit a cutter or a T9 out there. Although I haven't messed around with the Corsair yet. I mean, I have it, but I haven't played around with it. Because once you try to store modules off of it, they evaporate. So you can't just take modules off and be like, oh, let me try out a pure cargo build. Once you start taking them off, that's it. They're gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I think they'll only let you get one, though, right? Will they only let you have one at a time, I think? I guess I could do a mock-up on Coriolis. Isn't the Coriolis website still up? I could probably do a mock-up on that and say, hey, how much cargo are we gaining here? Are we really gaining enough to fuck with all this? Because I think my Python holds like 230, 220. Paying Arxes gives you shipyard access so you can buy a brand new one with credits and use that. Oh, that's true. That's true. Alright, this is 2 loads. So 3 more after I drop this one off should do it. Request docking.
Docking request granted.
You're gonna fly me through the middle of the fucking station again, aren't you? Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, you're gonna squeak me by. Yeah, that's probably what I'll wind up doing. Because I mean, I'm curious to see how much more I can fit in a Corsair built for cargo. The Python set up to jump with the fuel scoop and the FSD booster. I think I'm hauling like 230, 220. Which when you're used to hauling 76 isn't much, but at least you can land it on a medium-sized pad. This T9's not fitting on a medium-sized pad. Nice. We're down to 2267. 2267. 4 more trips. This says 4 more trips. Oh, well, 4 trips ain't bad. Of course, there's 318 completely bare, so go from their shields and the like. Ooh. So it wouldn't really be that much of a boost then. Yeah, I mean, if I start putting prismatic shields on it and a fuel scoop, then we're still going to be talking. Yeah. Hey, Purple Tux, how are you doing? Love the name, by the way. Thanks for bringing your peeps in here. I appreciate it. What'd you guys get up to tonight? The bot's supposed to automatically shout you out, but we'll see.
Thank you for your patronage.
There it is. I think it's catching up to us now. Saw you at similar channel size to me, just dropping it. Awesome. Yeah, you're always welcome here. Yep. Mondays are my slow days. I have my smallest crowds on Mondays. Friday is usually a pretty good crowd. How about you, Tux? Are Monday slow days for you, or are you pretty good? Oh, we're gonna loop a shame this. Oh no, we're not. Ha ha ha! We're good. We're good. Mine's the inverse. Your peak is on Mondays and Friday, Saturdays the slow ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mondays are my slow nights. Usually Fridays are pretty good. What'd you get up to tonight, Tux? What'd you guys do? Wow, that stutter is horrible. Supposedly they're fixing that in the update Wednesday, which I'll be very grateful for. Oh, hell yeah, it needs to die. It needs to die horribly. I am so sick of it. There sneaks. Probably got to go right through Atmo on this. Oh, we dodged it. Nice. A bit of on-foot shenanigans. Dealt with a very low frame rate. CZ latency was bad. Oh, no. Dude, that's rough, Tux. I'm sorry to hear that. They really need to get that under control. They really do. Nearly caused me to smash into a station wall back the other day when I got a bad stutter in the game that registered my throttle. I was in, was it this system? Or Ron's system? One of the two. I was doing something, and I left the construction ship, and I got into Super Cruise, and the game just stuttered hard. When it resumed, I was dropping out of Super Cruise in the middle of an asteroid belt. I mean, that's how bad it was. I took off, leaving the construction ship. And I want to say it was easily 180, 200 seconds later that it popped back in. I was about to exit the client, to be honest with you. And I popped back in, and it's dropping from Super Cruise, damaged. You know, and it was in the middle of an asteroid field. I'm like, what the fuck? It was stalled so long that the original path that I had plotted that was clear was now obstructed by an asteroid field. Or a ring, planetary ring, I should say. So I'm like, that's crazy. More CMMs, please. We need more CMMs. I need to do contested zones. I haven't done any of those yet. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, Stutter. Tonight, it's been pretty good. I've just seen this little, like, the game will play and then it'll... which is the best experience that I've had lately in Elite, to be honest with you. It's the best one that I've had for a minute in Elite. So I shouldn't complain too much about it, but I will.
Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
They're a great, no-risk way to get your feet wet from foot stuff if you've never done any of it. Cool. Have to give that a try. Can use my jetpack, boost all over the place. Because you don't lose any bonds on death, it's all gain. Oh, really? Well, that's awesome. I thought we were still in the days of death meant you lost everything. Is that no longer a thing? Fucking A. Not for on-foot CZs. Okay. Yeah, the new glasses are definitely helping.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, Crazy Shack, what's up? And Tux, I'm sorry I didn't shout you out. I'll have to do that manually here. I don't know what's wrong with my bot. Why is it not shouting you out? Yeah, I don't know why the bot can't type that one simple frickin' command. The clips? Ha ha ha. Oh, no, 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 no. I took video shout out off. We we had a problem one night, so video shout out's gone. It's like I summoned thee. Where art thou? Crazy Shack. But it's a bot. Yeah, it's exactly. But's bot. You know, I don't... Hey, Bootsy. I don't know why it fails to do the shout out. I've gone in there and added... Type this command and sent it to chat, and it still doesn't shout out. I do not know why it does that. Or fails to do that, I should say. Mrs. B's got music playing on her phone. Come on. I got 2 more after this one. Yeah. Oh, Eartho. Eartho summoned thee.
Oh, hey purple_talks. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Appreciate it, buddy. Almost. Almost. I like to get to like 2 or 3. That way it goes straight down instead of crashing through the little light bars. Request docking. Excellent, sir. Excellent. Don't pilot me through the middle of the thing. You're gonna pilot me through the middle of the thing. Here. We're gonna take over because you're retarded. There you go. Oh, hey, Crazy Shack. I hear you are the master architect that likes inflicting hauling pain on Eartho. Good to meet you. He says you got a big build coming up soon. Reach out to me when if you guys want an extra hauler. No, you didn't say that. I said that. You said he was the architect. I said he was inflicting pain on you by increasing the hauling. So, to be clear, don't be mad at Eartho. Eartho didn't say it. I said it. Eartho's a nice guy. I'm the one who's an asshole. To be fair, I did ask him if he was okay with it beforehand. Oh, I know, Crazy Shack. I'm just fucking around, buddy. You're fine. 1511. 1511. Yeah, it still says 2 more trips. What's going on there, Boots? What's going on there, Boots? You saying it's bedtime? I'll go to bed after I finish this, okay? Nah, Eartho's awesome, peeps. We love Eartho here. Ooh, a mildly insane idea? Only mildly insane? I don't know. We want full insanity here. I'm talking like Animal running around backstage and Gonzo chasing chickens crazy. Oh yeah, hauling. I tried to build station solo once, never again. Over 5 hours on a stream and agony in my soul. Oh yeah, the hauling can get repetitive, buddy. It can get repetitive fast. So far, I built everything in my system myself. This is the 9th or 10th? This is the 9th or 10th, I think. 3 planetary. So 2 planetary extractions, 1 planetary security, an outpost we're building now, a space farm. Watch our temp and our distance. A space farm. What's the thing that does the high tech? Can't remember what it's called. Whatever it is that does the high tech. Built one of those and a relay. I don't know. There's a lot of shit here. I mean, it's an Osceolas over-the-top Tier 3 port with 4 refinery hubs and a big extraction settlement. You can decide how mild that level of insanity is. I don't think that's very mild at all. I think you're full-on crazy. But I love it. Fair point, Crazy Shack. Fair point. Yeah, reach out if you when you decide you're going to start hauling commodities and shit. I can always help you. He's on brand.
Following me.
Yeah, some crazy fucker's following you. Run, Magsy, run! Crazy fucker. Yeah. Yeah, reach out. I mean, if you want to reach out through Eartho, then that's fine. He's usually stalking me. And I'm good with that. If I'm playing Elite, Eartho's usually in here. Or you can reach out directly, that's fine too. I think you're right, Cosmic. I really do. You know, but it's like that delicate dance between full insanity and full genius. I mean, you're traveling a winding path there. You're traveling a winding path. That's gorgeous right there. I have to say, that's fucking gorgeous. Makes me want to watch the second Star Wars movie again. Where they're on Hoth. Request docking. Will do. I'm helping with a couple of builds for friends right now. There's a couple of first stations we're working on. Yep, definitely. They're on the clock.
You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax. Your docking computer is...
What was I watching the other day? I was watching something on YouTube. It was interesting as fuck. I'm always watching something on YouTube, but it was something educational. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know that. I'll think about what it is. And listening to more of Redemption Arc, so I'm liking that one. Oh, Murderbot! Murderbot starts the 16th of May, by the way. I highly recommend you read or listen to at least the first Murderbot book. It's a shorty. I think it's only like a 4-hour Audible book. Code Red or All Systems Red or something is the title, I think it is.
Solid approach. Welcome, Commander.
It's a good story. I read it because one of my co-workers was telling me about it, and I was like, I don't know, that sounds kind of dumb. And she's like, it's not, Pagan. Read it. You'll enjoy it. I was like, alright, I'll try it. Because she knows I like the Silo and Foundation and, you know, For All Mankind and shit like that. She's like, you'll like this. But to summarize it and oversimplify it, Murderbot is a security robot that hacked his own programming. So his safety overrides are done. They're gone. But people don't know that. And he starts developing a conscience, but what he really wants is for everyone to fuck off and let him watch his soap operas. That's what he really wants. Not yet, fupped, but it is on my things to do list. I told myself that I had to finish the Foundation books first, and I haven't been finishing the Foundation books. What the fuck? I haven't finished the Foundation books. I kind of got sidetracked. Audible books, I've got the Murderbot series going. I've got the Bobaverse series going. I've got the Salvation series going. Three Body Problem series going. The Dune series going. Reading books, I had a Three Body Problem going, because I was like, I flipped back and forth between reading it and listening to it. The Foundation books. And what's the other one that I started reading? I can't remember now. Yes, I love the Bobaverse. I fucking love the Bobaverse. I'm on the 4th book now. I don't want to do spoilers for those of you who have not read the Bobaverse books or listened to them. I highly recommend them. They're very good. The summary does not do them justice. They are not as stupid as they seem when you read the summary. Short version, a programming guy hits a windfall, sells his company, gets a bunch of money, decides that he's going to splurge and sign up to be cryogenically frozen. As he's exiting the cryogenic agency, after setting this up, he gets craned by a bus and dies. He wakes up as part of a machine. Or he wakes up in a society where they don't like what he is, and he's being tasked and trained to become part of a machine. So basically they think he's pawn scum. And this is not what he signed up for. So he's displeased. Whoa. He's displeased and unhappy, but this is what happens to him. It's good. It's really good. He discovers his humanity when he's no longer human. That's how I would say. And it's really good. Foundation's a good book, but Foundation to me is like the polar opposite of like Stephen King or Kuntz. You know, King or Kuntz and even the guy who's done the Salvation series, Redemption, I can't remember what his name is. Alistair Reynolds, I think his name may be. I have to look it up. You know, they are descriptive. You know, like King or Kuntz would, if in the story a lady walks into the room and orders a drink at a bar, Kuntz and King are going to describe the bar she walks into, the lady, what she's wearing, what her hair color is, what her eye color is, her personality, her attitude, the drink she orders, and how she drinks it. They're going to paint a very detailed and vivid image in your head. Asimov seems to be the polar opposite. It's like, none of that matters. Here's the underlying story. Here's the plot point. There's this person. He's named this. He says this. He does this. It pisses off this guy here who happens to be the emperor of the known galaxy. You know, there's not a lot of description. Asimov focuses on the story and not so much the descriptors. But I mean, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. But the nice thing about it is, if you have a vivid imagination, and you don't need the assists that Kuntz or King or various other authors provide, then your mind is free to develop the descriptions of those characters as it will. So that's cool too. I mean, there's coolness to both sides. I'm just trying to be descriptive about my personal. Yes, he has to learn to get along with himself. And himself. And himself. And himself. If you look up von Neumann probe, you'll get a pretty good idea of what Bobaverse is about. Awesome story. So glad I started listening to it. I think Moon was the one that encouraged me to listen to it. I was on the fence about it, and then I remembered Moon going, "Oh, that's a damn good story." I was like, well, let's give it a try. Request docking. Please don't pilot me through something. Please don't pilot me through something. You're gonna pilot me through something. Let's avoid that giant metal object, please. And avoid that giant metal object, please. Here you go. Now you can fly. I'll let you bring it in for the last, like, 1,000 meters.
Landing gear deployed.
But yeah, that's good. Three Body Problem was an awesome book. I love the first book. I started listening and then reading and or listening to the second book. I think it's The Dark Forest. I'd have to look it up. But Three Body Problem gives me apprehension about the Voyager probes. And what I mean by that, come on, can you hit exit? Thank you. Good job. What I mean by that is the Voyager probes were sent out with a way to locate the solar system that they were launched from. You know, it's got a guide. It's like, hey, these are these pulsars, and if you look at this one here, and you triangulate their position, this is where our solar system is. And then it's got this gold-plated record that's got like images and audio and all that shit of humans on planet Earth. So what bothers me, what bothers me about that is like my dark imagination goes to, oh, cool, what happens if another civilization stumbles upon this decrepit old probe? And it's like, oh, I wonder where this came from. Oh, it came from another civilization out that way. Well, obviously they have intelligent life. Your hope is that the civilization that finds it doesn't want to kill us. So my dark imagination hopes that one day the Voyager probe falls into a black hole or goes too close to a sun or something. Something. Especially after reading Three Body Problem. I'm like, that would not be good. And I know that's dark, but if you know what the Fermi paradox is, then you'll probably understand more about why naughty Pagan wishes that Voyager 1 and 2 would die. I think they're great, and if a friendly civilization stumbled upon them, great, awesome. But we don't know, A, if there are other civilizations out there. I personally think there are. B, if they're friendly or not. Or B, C, and if they are friendly, are they going to consider that's like, oh, this is where their technology was when this thing was released. We can carbon date it and see how old it is. How fast do we think that they are developing as a civilization? Do we think that they're going to need another 10,000 years to get to the point where they can reach us or get into our area of the multiverse? Or do we think it's only going to be 100 years? I was like, how much time do we have? Do we think it's in our best interest to let them survive? Should we go over there and nuke their sun? It's like... Then you have to consider the average lifespan of a human being. It's like, well, I'll long be dead, before that kind of shit happens. But it's just where my mind goes. As I said, dark. I think this is my last trip, peeps. I think this is the last trip for this build. $7.55, yeah, that's what it says. I love the gravity wells in Elite. You know, you could use Elite to explain space-time to people. You know, Elite would be a great way to explain that. When you're near a large gravitational influence, your ship flies slower. The further away you get, the faster it travels. Elite would be a great teaching tool for that. I don't know how the school board would feel about it. What'd you guys do today? Oh, we played this old-ass game called Elite Dangerous. You played a game called Elite Dangerous? Yeah, we learned about space-time. In a game called Elite Dangerous. I don't know that the principal would approve of that. Be cool as fuck, though. Imagine coming home, or your kids coming home from school. What'd you do? I learned about space-time. Eartho, that's perfect. I learned how to trade slaves. That pretty blue-haired lady. She's kind of cute. Let's raise all the parental alarms. You imagine a Karen freaking out. All right, Silas. Oh, man. All right, I think this is going to be it. My spreadsheet of doom says 755. Let's check it and see what if that really is all that we need before we get out there. All right, Yep, 755. So let's load 755. 755 for the Siemens. Almost a full boat. Oh yeah, that'd be some full-on parental rage. Especially if it was a private school where mommy and daddy are paying extra money for junior. Oh my god. The next parent-teacher conference is gonna be awful spicy. I have a feeling that conference is coming up real soon. 755. Okie dokie. This should be our last one.
Departure confirmed.
We get our station build in before update Wednesday. There's no way we're going to build a Coriolis before Wednesday. Oh my gosh. I think... I'm not saying I'll do it. I'm just saying I think the only way to really for me to do it in time would be to camp out and do Elite all day Tuesday and all day Wednesday. Then I could probably do it, but I'd be so sick of hauling it wouldn't be funny. I'd be so sick of hauling. Hit the boost. Hit the boost. Ooh, we got her up there pretty hot. She was not happy with us. Patch day is Wednesday, so would be some downtime. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to do it all day Tuesday and then Wednesday up to that point. I'm 5 hours behind UTC. It's 8 minutes till 11 here. So I'd have to look at see what UTC is, but I think it's like 3 or 4 a.m. UTC right now. Yeah, so I'm not even going to start that Coriolis. I'm going to see what the hell happens with colonization post Wednesday. Oh, is it? Is it game time? Okay. I thought it always... Oh, it listed in the menus. That's right. When I get into the commodity screen, I think it shows the time in the corner. I don't remember now. Upper right. Gotcha. Oh, there we go. Upper right. Yeah, 350. So, if this follows like it usually does, they're going to kick me off the platform, and then it's going to sit in this weird, funky state until Wednesday. I don't know if they ever fix that or not, but the last times that I built something out here floating in space, it just kind of like, hold please. Request docking.
Docking request granted.
They do go away eventually, but can linger for weeks, suspecting the low priority with all the updates. Yeah. And I was getting this weirdness one week when I was doing hauling. I think it's about the time I was building Turing Station. It was jumping back and forth.
Docking successful.
So I had... Let me turn these in real quick. Confirm the transfer. No, do we want to rename this thing? I've been picking cool names for most of my shit here. So let's see what we got here. No. No. Mountbatten? Fremont Terminal? Oh, Barnard Legacy. We've got to pick that. Fuck yeah. Okay, transfer all. Confirm transfer. Cue dramatic music. You did it, Pagan. Good job. We knew you could do it.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Get me out of here. I want to get out of here, please. Is that my outpost? Is that my outpost? Oh yeah, it's always satisfying to complete a build. Alright, see what we got here. Orbital construction site. Yeah, it's not here yet. Not yet. Not yet. So I was building... Where are they? They're two side-by-sides. These two. Joy Relay and Turing's Pride. While I was building them, it was flipping back and forth between the two. I was like, what? It was crazy. All right. Can we land there? Well, not in this ship. This ship won't let us land there. We are too large for this. So back to the carrier. Come on. There we go. Let's let our temp get below 50, please. So we don't overheat and burn up.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Temperature critical.
Oh no! Yeah, I've definitely got to get overdrives for all the other ships. Well, not all the other ships, just the haulers. The Python definitely needs an overdrive. Now, I'm going to grab a smaller ship and see if I can land at that place yet. Because I've had mixed results with that. I've had it where it wouldn't let me land yet, and then I've had it where it would let me land, but nothing worked. So I'm curious to see. It probably won't work, but let's give it a try. Yeah, the weekly tick, yeah. Well, we'll see what it's got. I didn't want it to be right there in the star's friggin' corona, but it is what it is. I want another larger colony one, but I don't know that I want to build one of those giant big ones in this system. I mean, it'd be cool to have one, but the place where I would build it would be so far away from everything else that I don't think it'd be practical. Request docking. Request docking.
Clearance granted. Move directly to your landing.
So let me show you what I mean.
You have been cleared for approach.
Since we've got some elite dangerous geniuses here. So this is the first one. I was eyeballing this one here to build a orbital Coriolis, because this one is a high metal content with metallic core with pristine. So with one extraction facility on there,
Landing gear deployed.
I believe, see, Magnuson right there. I believe with an extraction facility there, building a station in orbit should make it an extraction station. But that's pre-Wednesday. I mean, there are other places that are closer, like I could build an asteroid one here. That should create one of those strong links after the patch. Yeah, see, now that's what I'm thinking too. Like right here, this is the station. I'm trying to remember what this relay is. I wish it told you what the fuck it was after it was built. I can't remember what that is now. Like a high-tech or something? I think that's a high-tech. I mean, I wish it would tell you. It doesn't tell you. That would be a good extraction. See, now that's what I want. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'd like to have a good extraction. This station here. Oh, come on. Extraction, high-tech, refining, agriculture. So it's got a mixed environment. I think if I were to have a straight-up extraction station, I'd have a higher yield on the metals. And like if I was to build a station...
Monkey thought it was wise to use 500 points on stop and give pets.
You want to stop and give pets? We can try that. We got Sneakies over here. Hey, Sneakies. Amaki wants you to get pets. Yes. Amaki wants you to get pet. Mm-hmm. Yes, he does. Mm-hmm. He says you need to pet us. He says you need to pet us. Yep, that's what he says. Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's go here. Remember, Pagan, you renamed it.
Go for launch. Departure confirmed.
Man, forgot how sprightly these little ships are. Holy crap. They fast.
You have now departed the no-fire zone.
Hey, Amaki. You have a good night, Amaki. Thanks for coming in. 47 visits already. Holy crap, Amaki. I think you've been here for every stream or just about every stream. I appreciate you. You need a refinery type for some of the stuff like titanium as extraction doesn't produce it. Okay. We're fuel scooping as we're approaching the station. Oh! Not saying it's close. It might be a little close. Right? Mommy, my milkshake keeps melting. Sorry, baby. You're the one who wanted to go to Barnard Legacy. Request docking.
Docking request granted.
That's my vacation hotspot. Suntan lotion. Yeah, you better wear a lot of that. A lot of that. Built-in sauna. Everything's a sauna. Crazy. Everything. Your ship. A sauna. Your underwear. A sauna. I did not pick that square or that place to build it. SPF 4 million. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. One thing about it, there won't be any vampires nearby. Absolutely no vampires.
Landing gear deployed.
Can you imagine a newbie coming into this system and trying to land at that station? Oh my god. That'd be rough. Dude, I struggle. What's that? Diagrami or whatever it is, the one that's got the asteroid base in it. Oh man, I struggled with that thing. 170% heat on landing. Yeah, ship just evaporates as he touches down. Yeah, missions. We got no missions, man. Ain't nobody here. There ain't nobody here. Yeah, it's done though. Yay! We did a thing. I knew a guy who built a 4-hammer station tidally locked in darkness. Oh no! Oh, that's rough, Eartho. That is rough. Was it this fucker? Was it him? Crazy's like, I don't believe you, Crazy. I don't believe you at all. No. Oh, I got shit to sell. Fuck yeah, we're selling. Alright. We're here. We're going to leave it parked here until after Wednesday when the update comes, unless I decide for some silly-ass reason to do shit. Hey, I don't think I've ever disembarked from one of these stations. What's it like on these things? Was it Robert? Yeah. Checks out. Why did I suddenly just think of that scene of the movie The A-Team? When Murdoch is swinging around on the rotors of the helicopter, he's like singing something. For some reason, that scene just flew into my head. I don't know why.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
Ooh, under deployment. I've never disembarked at anything other than a fleet carrier and a large station. So I know this isn't a typical example of what a station looks like, but it's all going to be like, no, we're still building this. Nope, we're still building it. Shuttle controller. Cool. Yeah, I'm sure. What the fuck is that?
If you see something suspicious, please report it to an Omnipol officer.
Holy crap, dude. What a fucking view, though. That's a hell of a view. Ooh. Can you imagine that IRL? Oh my gosh. That's cool. That's cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of the whole... I haven't done a whole lot of the on-foot stuff. Express lift cannot interact. No shuttle. Right? Retinas? Why would you ever want retinas? Who in their right mind wants retinas? Alright, Pagan. Nope, that's the express lift. Can't use those. Are these the ones we can use? Yep, these are the ones we can use. You know, I don't think I've seen the Cobra. I don't think I've looked at it in third-person view yet. It's cool as fuck, though. I ain't gonna lie. Alright. Peeps, it's 11 o'clock. I do know where my kids are. but I do need to get out of here and get some sleep. We got work tomorrow. It's going to be a long day. We got a commission workshop tomorrow night. Wednesday, I don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll figure something out. We'll do something on Wednesday. No clue what we're doing. It will be something. Probably, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do stuffs. We'll do the stuffs. Let's see who we got. Anybody have any suggestions of someone to raid? Stop. If we have somebody that we know that we can raid, that you guys suggest we raid, we can raid out to them. Otherwise, we're just going to do what our normal thing and just cruise through and look. Stream starting in 8 minutes? Holy crap, dude. That's a long-ass Prelude stream. Pronghorn Rocks. Odyssey, what are you doing? The Trap Gaming, Elite Dangerous Time, what are you doing, buddy? Charity. Dixper, if you want the streamer, we all gather at our building, just went online. Okay. What's your, what's his name? Boss Lady B? Okay. Let's do that. Boss Lady B? We're going to rate the Boss Lady B. She says she has a perfect curl. Okay. Okay, folks. We're going to raid out to Boss Lady B. She's talking about her curly hair. Make sure you ask her about her curly hair. We're hitting the button, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday, I hope. So, perfect curl. Ask about her perfect curl.